Toto Wolff defends McLaren in the heat of Red Bull accusations, leaves Hamilton and Ferrari stunned after a shocking Miami GP. In the neon-lit buzz of the Miami Grand Prix, where Formula One becomes more of a cultural spectacle than just a race weekend, one thing became crystal clear. McLaren isn't just back there rewriting the script. But not everyone is celebrating. After a commanding 1-2 finish by Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, all eyes turned to Papaya Orange Garage. Not just because of their performance, but because of the whispers swirling from Red Bull about the legality of McLaren's superior tire management. Whispers that quickly turned into public insinuations. The Mercedes team principal, known for his sharp suits and sharper mind, stepped into the narrative not to defend his own team's lackluster third-place finish, but to stand up for a rival. And in doing so, he didn't just make headlines. He sent shockwaves through the paddock. McLaren is doing an exceptional job. There's no doubt in my mind that they're playing by the rules, Wolff stated, facing a sea of microphones after the race. This is what happens when a team truly understands the car, the tires, and executes with precision. That's not cheating. That's excellence. Wolff didn't name names, but his target was unmistakable. His remarks were a veiled but unmistakably pointed jab at Christian Horner and the Red Bull camp, who had raised suspicions that McLaren might be using clever techniques to maintain cooler tire temperatures and reduce degradation. In classic F1 fashion, this was not just about tires. It was about ego, power, and narrative control. And Wolff wasn't having any of it. When someone does a better job than you, the correct response isn't to accuse them of cheating. That's not how champions behave, he said, in what many interpreted as a direct critique of Red Bull's post-race grumbling. His words echoed far beyond McLaren and Red Bull garages. Lewis Hamilton, who finished a disappointing 6th in Miami, was visibly surprised both by the pace of McLaren and by his own team boss's public defense of a rival. "I didn't see that coming from Toto," Hamilton admitted to Sky Sports after the race. "But I respect it. If someone's faster, we have to find out how to catch them, not tear them down." The 7-time world champion looked pensive as he reflected on Mercedes' current position in the pecking order, faster than Alpine and Aston Martin, sure, but now being left behind by not just Red Bull, but McLaren too. Honestly, they McLaren were in a different league today. "It's humbling," Hamilton added. Over in the Ferrari camp, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz were left similarly stunned. After Miami's qualifying, they had expected to battle McLaren, maybe even take the fight to Red Bull. But once the lights went out, the Scarlet car simply had no answer. "We didn't expect that gap," Leclerc admitted. "They just disappeared. If there's a secret, we don't know it yet." Rumors quickly spread to a Ferrari motorhome that internal data analysis was underway to understand McLaren's impressive thermal control strategy, how they managed tire temperature across multiple compounds with such little degradation. McLaren CEO Zack Brown wasn't going to stay silent either. Holding up a bottle-marked tire water to amuse reporters, he poked fun at the accusations coming from Red Bull. "That's just us staying hydrated, or maybe it's the secret sauce," he quipped, before turning serious. "If a team has an issue, file a protest. Do it the proper way. But throwing around casual accusations? That's not what this sport should be about." Brown proposed a bold reform. If a protest is filed and proven false, the protesting team should lose part of its budget cap, a rule that would make teams think twice before engaging in what he called media-driven misdirection. As the circus moves to the next stop, one thing is clear. McLaren has forced a reckoning, not just on the stopwatch, but in how the sport confront performance, suspicion, and the ethics of competition. Toto Wolff's rare act of solidarity wasn't just a media play, it was a message. A reminder that in a sport driven by split-second decisions and multi-million-dollar margins, character still matters. Whether Mercedes can catch up or whether Ferrari and Red Bull can find a way past McLaren's newfound brilliance remains to be seen. But after Miami, one truth stands unchallenged. Under the blazing Miami sun, with EDM beats pulsing to the Hard Rock Stadium and McLaren's orange army roaring in celebration, Oscar Piastri crossed the finish line with the poise of a future champion. But it wasn't just his third straight win that had fans buzzing. It was the griddy. Yep, you read that right. Oscar Piastri. The 23-year-old Aussie with ice in his veins and a reputation for a calculated calm celebrated his Grand Prix Miami win by attempting the gritty dance made famous by Minnesota Vikings star wide receiver Justin Jefferson. And if you're wondering how a Formula One driver ended up gritting live on international television, well, like most great sports moments, it started with a bet. Earlier in the weekend, Piastri linked up with Jefferson for a lap around the Hard Rock Stadium, a crossover moment between the NFL and F1 that screamed, "Only in Miami." Jefferson, known for busting out the griddy every time he scores a touchdown, threw out a challenge. "No one's ever done it after a race," he told Piastri. "You'd be the first." With a laugh and zero hesitation, Piastri replied, "All right, if I win this weekend, I'll do it for you." Fast forward to Sunday. Against the odds, starting P4 on the grid, Piastri carved his way to a commanding victory as fourth in 6 races this season. And true to his word, right there in Parc Ferme, surrounded by mechanics and cameras, he broke into a wobbly, awkward, absolutely glorious attempt at the griddy. Let's just say it wasn't pretty. It was a gritty attempt as you saw. Poorly executed. Piastri admitted with a chuckle during post-race interviews. "I met Justin Jefferson on Thursday, who basically made the gritty famous. I made a dumb bet with him that if I won, I'd do it. I didn't practice. I didn't think it would happen." The internet, predictably, lost its mind. Fans on social media flooded timelines with reactions ranging from cringe gold to legendary. And Jefferson? He loved it. "Oscar. Let's YOLO." The NFL star posted on X, formerly Twitter, sealing the crossover moment of the weekend. Beyond the dance floor, Piastri's Miami performance was nothing short of masterclass. He took full advantage of McLaren's blistering pace and made clinical moves throughout the race. With this win, he extends his championship lead over teammate Lando Norris to 16 points, a serious statement in a season that's quickly becoming the Piastri era. But despite the champagne and cheers, Piastri wasn't entirely satisfied. "I don't think this was my strongest weekend," he said honestly. "Saturday was frustrating. I didn't feel like I put it all together in qualifying. I honestly didn't think starting from 4th would be enough. So yeah, a bit of luck today, but also a very fast car." It's that blend of self-awareness and humility that makes Piastri's rise so compelling. He's not just a talented driver, he's real. Whether it's laughing at his own dance skills or candidly talking about where he still needs to improve, there's a refreshing honesty in how he's navigating the world of elite motorsport. "We can't rely on perfect Sundays every weekend," he said. "There's still a lot of work to do on my side and on the team side, but I'm proud of what we're building."